Chapter 12, The Great Retreat. Horus's army isn't quite ready to engage in battle. Many are still injured, some with limps. Some were missing limbs, and others were technically still dead. But if he were to maintain his precarious alliance with Set, there was no time to wait. He ordered a full-scale evacuation of forces. He is essentially inviting Set's troops to follow him. Several generals question his motives. One, in particular, is Nimti. He is a minor Egyptian war god who was very close to Horus. Shouldn't we stand ground? Set's army is in nearly as bad a shape as ours. He cannot launch a thorough assault at this time. We need to heal, Horus explains. Set may or may not follow us, but we need to gather our strength. We will fight when the time is right. The time is now, Nimti replies. If we give ground now, Set will see it as a sign of weakness. Do not question my judgment. This battle is just that, a battle. It is not the war, only a skirmish. Nimti is not convinced. We cannot back down. It is not like us. Horus is angered, both with Nimti and himself. I will engage this conversation no further. You will follow my orders. Yes, my lord, Nimti grumbles. Horus walks in solitude. He hates himself for agreeing to Set's plan, but true glory may well await him if he's not being played the fool. Set's army is equally as confused, although they are in considerably better spirits. Their enemy was retreating, quite literally running away from further conflict. Their territory was successfully defended. It is time to advance upon Horus's. Set's generals have much easier marching orders than those who belong to Horus. Forward is the word of the day. But every time they got close to their adversaries, the hostile troops would vanish over another hill. They wondered if it was a trap. When would the fighting begin anew? Set, though, is remarkably calm. It seems he senses no danger, even when their nemesis turns strongly to the right, toward the Black Land, where the soil matched those of Horus's military. Soon, it is they behind enemy lines, charging onward near the Nile River. Surely, a deception must await. Horus's army reached the banks of the Nile and turned north. They did not attempt to hold ground, even as his army regained its strength. Those who were dead were reanimating. Limbs showed the early signs of resurgence. Limps disappeared. Nimti could not restrain himself. Horus, what's your plan? My gods are eager for conflict, and I do not feel I could lead them if I do not know, Horus snaps. Nimti, they are not your gods, they are mine, each and every one. Remember your place. We are heading north. In a day's time we will reach Heliopolis. Surely that is not your goal. Tell me the names of your finest captain. Nimti thinks. That would be Anti. I have lost tolerance with you. It is Anti who shall lead your battalion. Unless you gain a newfound faith in me. Nimti backtracks. No, my lord. I just need something to report back to my gods. You have your orders. Tell them to follow them. Yes, I shall do just that. However, Nimti cannot help but notice Set's demons circling overhead, like vultures. Was Horus preparing for a full-fledged surrender? He hoped not. It was not something he could be a party to. But as the troops continue north, it seems that Horus had something drastic in mind. Maybe to seek Ra's aid in this endless civil war. With Set's army nearing the gates of Heliopolis, Ra would have no choice but to intervene. Menhit, the lioness and goddess of massacre, wants Set's ear. She approaches him and is surprised to see Isis by his side. They are on the run, she offers. Now is the time to strike, and strike hard. Set smiles. I appreciate your sheer brutality. However, this is all going according to my plan. Would you rather control the desert or all of Egypt? My eyes are on the larger prize. Menhit nods her head. She understands the stakes have been raised. So are we now in league with Horus? Isis shushes her and whispers. All do not need to know. We march now on Heliopolis now, with Horus's protection. He will deliver us to the gates of Ra. From there, we will do what we do best. We shall slaughter his guard and assume the throne. Menhit feels honored to be invited into the inner circle. It is with her intelligence and ability to battle that she will improve her station. This war goddess would certainly fare well in this new leadership. Toppling Ra would not be a task for the faint-hearted, but no one else accused her of that. She would serve Set well. If all works according to plan, she would become Set's favorite consort.